Okay, this thing is happening. It's happening. It's mandolin for duffers. Hey, all you duffers out there, hand me a duff. Everybody, somebody give me a duff. All right, all right. So, good morning. This is mandolin for duffers. I'm a duffer. You're a duffer. Wouldn't you like to be a duffer too? We're gonna play this thing. It's called a mandolin. I call it the instrument for people who are too lazy to learn to play the fiddle. No, it's a legitimate instrument. It's got its foibles. Tears your fingers up on your left hand. It's really hard to keep in tune. What else can you say about it? But it is small and light. It's lighter than a guitar. I also always say, by the way, tell me if you can hear, if the sound is okay. Tell me if the sound is okay. I can't really tell by what I'm doing here. Let's see. Let me check my own sound here. Sound level all right? Sound level all right? Check, 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 test, test, 1, 2, 3. Okay, so it is like playing, if you already play the fiddle and you already play the guitar too, there's no reason to not play the mandolin, because it's like, this is the guitar side and this is the fiddle side here, because it's strung up just like a fiddle and the notes are spaced just like on the fiddle. So if you can play the fiddle and you can play, some tune on the fiddle, you can probably play it on the mandolin once you figure out this side. Unlike the fiddle though, we're going to do some different things here. Yesterday was Fiddle for Duffers, for those who missed that. But so we're going to learn to play some melody lines, and we also learn to play chords, because this is also an accompaniment instrument, much like a ukulele or a guitar. And a fiddle is kind of less so that, it's mostly a melody instrument, although you can accompany on it. But this thing, you can hold it in your hand and sing, They killed the old red rooster, that kind of thing, one of those tunes. So we're going to pattern along, though, with the fiddle course pretty close, initially at least, because some things are so similar. So first off, let's learn a few notes on the instrument. And the most important notes let's learn are now we got pairs of strings. Not all mandolins will have pairs of strings. Sometimes like an electric mandolin might just have a single string for each one, but usually pairs of strings. That's what makes it a mandolin. Thank you for the feedback, Michael Plumley. The sound is good. All right, good. So this is G. We'll just refer to them as a single string at this point. So this is G, D, A, E. So this is very beginning here, right? So, all right, so let's look at what we got. Let's just go over the instrument here. This is called a, bluegrass style, F style, or a Florentine. It's got this little curly Q. Some are different shapes. You got the old tater bugs with the big round back. They're really hard to hold on to, but they sound very nice. Somebody's calling me. Wait a minute. Hold on just one moment. Hello? Yes. Oh, hi. How's it going? Good, good. Okay. Okay. Yes. Yes. Okay, great. Yes. Oh, that'd be great. And then I can just print them out and mail those in, right? Because once I get them postmarked today, I'm okay, right? Ah, right, right. That's it. At Gmail, yeah. Super. And just invoice me with all that, too. Okay. Thanks. Bye bye. Hey, folks, I had to take that call. It's my tax man. There was no not taking the call, right? It's the 15th of July. And being a member of the Procrastinators Club, Pat would have killed me if I hadn't taken that call. Oh, they're talking about my arm. I'm glad you had something to talk about. See my injury here? Sorry, but that was my tax guy. When he calls on the 15th, on the day it's due, I gotta take the call, right? So, all right. And you know, I did owe on my federal, so later on I'll be explaining to you how you can make a slight donation to the Big Fiddle Show. Where were we before I was so rudely interrupted? Okay, I promise not to take any other calls in the show. All right, so we went over the strings. I was talking to you about the mandolin itself. You got the bridge here, and again, you know, one of the things, a mandolin with the double strings here, the double course of strings, you really want to make sure the action on your mandolin is adjusted right, because it will just eat your fingers alive. And I tell you what, as you start on your mandolin adventure, you want to play a little bit every day, because if you let the calluses go away, you're going to get ripped up. I mean, because it really, especially when you're pressing hard on the double E string down here, it'll really dig into your finger and make it uncomfortable. You know? So you want to play a little bit every day to keep those calluses built up, because the mandolin probably, I think, is one of the most physically demanding of the instruments in the, you know, bluegrass and old time scene, as far as because you have to press pretty hard, even with a mandolin that's got a nice action, and you're kind of pulled in like this, you know, and with the guitar you stretch out a little bit. It's physically demanding, and I'm always amazed. I'm not one of these people. I'm always amazed at people like my buddy Mike Bing out in West Virginia. He can jam for 12 hours and like show no ill effect. I mean, that blows me away, but I'm not one of those people. I got to have a little break once in a while. Okay, so we know the strings, G, D, A, E, right? And so now let us proceed to play. I'll tell you where we're headed. I'll tell you where we're headed here. Let me just bring something up on the screen, and I'll not leave it up, Pat, like I did the other day. So we're going to play this tune called "Coming Around the Mountain," and that's where we're headed over the next couple of lessons. This is not proper mandolin tab, what you're seeing on the screen. This is my kind of shorthand tab for violin, but it works for us right now to get us started. So the numbers on the screen are finger numbers, not fret numbers. Usually on mandolin tab, and I'll show you how to use mandolin tab later on, the number will indicate a fret number. And by the way, you know what the frets are, right? These little things that you wish you had on your fiddle, but you don't. So those are finger numbers, all right? So let's go over the finger numbering system before we get any further along. So if we numbered our fingers, it'd be 1, 2, 3, 4, right? And we don't use our thumb to play the mandolin as a general rule. I think Jethro Burns might have done some tricks with his mandolin, playing with his thumb. Looks like I have a drinking problem. Ha ha! Okay, just checking the time here. We're doing good. All right, so where was I before I interrupted myself? So they're finger numbers. So let us play. So the first thing we're going to do is we're just going to put. Playing the mandolin is tough. I'm telling you. So if we look at the frets, you know, this is this is open. This is the open string. So it'll be represented by a 0. All right. So that's the second fret right there. I'm using my first finger in my tab for Coming Around the Mountain. It's not fret numbers, it's finger numbers initially, okay? And we'll get rid of that in a couple of lessons, but I want to go with that because it's the easiest way to figure out the patterns for your fingers. So if we make this pattern with our fingers right here, see that pattern? I've got my index finger, my middle finger, ring finger, and pinky here. Now, so I've got a space here. Well, that space is represented by a fret, a whole fret's distance. So that would be the distance from here to here, right? So here, from the second fret to the 4th fret. And then the third finger would go on the 5th fret. And we're not going to worry about the pinky right now because that would be the next open string, okay? All right, so because you know you've got unisons on the mandolin at the 7th fret, right? Just take your second finger and just put it on the 7th fret of the mandolin, on the G string. Now play the D string. They're a little off already, but anyway, it's the same notes, both the D. And now on the D string, put your second finger on the 7th fret. 1, 2, 3. It's if you got dots, it's going to be the 3rd indicator dot on your neck here. If you got dots, so then. Okay, so that's where you can find a unison note with an open string, all right? So let me get back over here where I can see your chat, because I'm sure you're asking me questions, telling me things. All right, so anyway, let us now. So what I said. So we're going to use this pattern of our fingers on the G and D string. This string, and now see. Now let's talk about the pick for a second. How do you hold your pick? There's a lot of ways to hold the pick. I hold it like this. Kind of like that, with maybe a quarter of an inch or a little less sticking out. And I like a fairly stiff pick. I sometimes play with a pick even stiffer than this, but if I want to play really loud, like if I'm playing in a group. But this is kind of like this is a basic heavy pick, but sometimes I use extra heavy that's like absolutely inflexible. I don't prefer the little tiny teardrop shaped picks and the little thin picks because they're kind of clicky. We want to make a nice. We don't want to flick over the string, so you want something pretty stiff. So I'd say medium would definitely be the lightest pick, and heavy. And how hard do you hold it? Well, you don't want to squeeze it. You don't want to squeeze it. Okay. You want it so that you can kind of pull the pick out like that. You don't want it so tight that you can't just pull it out. So don't squeeze too hard, because that'll cause you to get all bollocksed up in your arm, and just you're squeezing. You're straining yourself. You want to stay loose. Okay. So we're going to use this pattern. In other words, open string, skip the first fret, play on the second fret, skip the third fret, play on the fourth fret, the fifth fret. This is the next open string. We're going to do that on the G and D strings, and that's going to be a G scale. I'm going to do one more thing before we do that, though. I want you to play the open G. Play open G. I want you to play the fifth fret with your third finger, your ring finger, on the fifth fret of the D. That's an octave. Okay, that's both G's. Those are both G's. And what we're getting ready to do now is play a G scale. Now you can just play, we're not going to get too particular right now. You can just do all down picks, or you can alternate. Whatever you want to do right now. We're concentrating on the left hand right now. Okay, so here we go. Play the G. We're going to hit it each note 4 times. Okay, and so what we're looking to do is play a nice clean sounding note, and when we're pushing down on the fret, we don't want it to buzz, so you got to push hard enough that it doesn't buzz, that it sounds out. You don't want that chicken picking sound. Okay, here we go. 1. Okay, so four picks per note. 1, 2, ready, play. Next note's an A. Can you say those notes with me? That's an A. Next note's a B on the 4th fret with your second finger. C, 5th fret, 3rd finger. Open D coming up. Oh man. 2nd fret with 1st finger. That's an E. F sharp, that's the 4th fret. 5th fret on the D string. Now we're going to go back down. Ready? F sharp. E, A. Now the C, the 5th fret on the G string. How'd that go? Good? All right. That's one of the things you want to practice this week before next time. A mandolin for Duffers will be again next Wednesday at 11 o'clock. We're not done yet, though, folks. This is a half-hour lesson, so I want you to get your money's worth. What'd you pay? I can't remember. Anyway. Okay, let's go on from there. I'm just checking my time, just see if I'm doing all right on time. Oh, man, we're killing it. All right, so let's do that one more time together. Here we go. We're going to do 4 beats on each string. Get ready, set, play. That's a G. Say G. Say it. A. B. C. D. F sharp, G. Now repeat that, G. 5th fret on the D string, 4th fret on the D string, that's an F sharp. 2nd fret on the D string, that's an E. Open D, baby. C, B, A, G. And then you can do this at the end. Okay, now let us keep going there. So that was good. So remember, that's that finger pattern. That one right there. And you know what? If you're on my, if you're a subscriber to my Patreon page, let me show you what that looks like. Let's see. So if you go to patreon.com/Charlie Walden and you sign up as a subscriber, I'm going to post some things there for each of these Fiddle for Duffers class. For today, I'm going to post that coming around the mountain thing. I'm gonna post up some pictures of those finger patterns. We're gonna get another one today before we're done, and I'm also gonna put up some beginning things about playing chords, because we're gonna do chords today too. Oh man, this is a chock full lesson. I'm telling you right now. Patreon.com/Charlie Walden. All right, here we go. So let us get back into business here. So now we're gonna do another finger pattern. All right, are you ready? Are you ready? So it looks like this one looks like this. So remember, live long and prosper, Spock, right? But this one looks like this. Okay, so again, we've got open string here, a fret that we're not playing, 2nd fret, 3rd fret, these two are together now, a fret we're not playing, 5th fret, a fret we're not playing, and then the pinky's gonna go on the 7th fret, okay? And we have, that's the limit of what you can play without shifting. Well, that's way in the future, shifting. But let's play now. So that pattern, we're actually, I'll give you a hint, we're actually playing in the key of G for a while, and that tune is in the key of G. So this pattern fits on the A and E string. Remember, G, D, A, E. Okay, so if I start right here, I'm going to do 4 beats. I'm going to start in the open A string. This time it's going to be this pattern though. So 2nd fret, 3rd fret, nothing on the 4th, 5th fret, nothing on the 6th fret, and the pinky on the 7th fret. But actually we're only going to use that when we get to the E string for the last little high note. Okay, this note right here. Okay, so here we go. Ready, 1, 2, ready. Play 4 on each note. That's an A, right? Because that's the open A. B, 2nd fret on the A string. C, 3rd fret. Sounds kind of minor. It is. D, 5th fret on the A string. Now open E, get ready. 2nd fret. 3rd fret coming up. That's a G. 5th fret coming up. That's an A. And then reach way out there. Come on. Again, back down. That's B. Here's A. Okay. I'll show you where we're headed. We're headed to be able to do this. 2 octaves of G scale and a couple extra notes on the top. Okay, so let's go back and do that one more time. Check my time. Yes. Check my beverage. Yes. Okay, here we go. On the open A, 4 picks, 4 notes per each. 1, 2, ready, play. Open A, 2nd fret coming up with the 1st finger. That's a B. 3rd fret coming up, C. 5th fret coming up, that's a D. Open E, 4 times. F sharp, 2nd fret, 1st finger. Second finger, G on the 3rd fret. Here comes A with the... Now repeat that B 4 times. D, C, B, A. Okay, kids, now what we're going to do, shake it out, get loose, because we're going to go from here all the way up to here, okay, on the E string. So we're going to go from the open G all the way up to the 7th fret on the E string. We're going to play 2 octaves of G scale and a little bit more. Are you ready? Can you do it? I think you can. Here we go. 1, 2, ready, play. Oh yeah, let's say the names of the notes, shall we? Here's F sharp, G, yes, open A, B, now different pattern, right next to it, C, D, open E, F sharp, G, A. Now B, reach out there and get that pinky on there. Now repeat that, pinky. 3, 4, A, 2, 3, 4, G, 2, 3, 4, F sharp, 2, 3, 4, open E. You're killing it. D, C, B, open A, come on, come on. G, 3rd finger on the D string, 2nd finger, F sharp on the 4th fret, E, open D, keep going, oh yeah, C, yeah, B, and here comes A, and we're almost done. All right, man, you tore that up. All right, let me just play you a little bit of Coming Round the Mountain as it is on that sheet so that you have it. You can listen to it on this recording. You can play it back. Again. Now I'm going to play it massively slow. Are you ready? So it starts on an open D. Sorry. Now I'm going to show you that sheet of music one more time, that sheet of tablature. Let's look at that real quick here. Where's my mouse? Here we go. Here we go. Come on, mouse. Help me. All right. So if you look at that, so the first, if we're reading from left to right on the top set of 4 staffs, we could say those aren't staffs. So those are the strings. Okay, get that? Do you get that? Those are the strings. So at the bottom of those 4 groups of 4 is the G string, and then it goes up from there. So the top line you see is an E string. Okay, it's the high string. Okay, so what it's saying is is play, like that's the first 3 notes, because it's open, finger 1, finger 3. Then the second finger on the G string. That's not there, by the way, that ending. Now, so what you're going to do, now you know you can slow things down with YouTube. If you go to the lower right-hand corner, I think there's an icon that looks like a little gear. If you click on that in the actual video screen, you'll see an option to change the speed of the recording, so you could slow this down like to 25% or something. So if you need to do that, go right ahead and do that. All right. So now we're going to do one more thing. And that is, because we've got 5 minutes left, I'm going to show you 3 chords on the mandolin. Now what I mean by a chord is, and in this case you're going to use all the strings. Later on we'll be smart and only use the strings we need. But for now, you're just starting out, you need 3 chords to play this tune, okay? Okay, so you need this chord, and this is called a G chord, okay? So it's like, first the first two strings are open, okay? G and D, open. Then I'm going to put my first finger on the 2nd fret of the A string. That's a B note. Then I'll put my 2nd finger on the 3rd fret of the E string. That's a G, G, B, D, G. Okay, play those all at once. That's a chord. That's a G chord. The simplest G chord you can play on the mandolin. Now we're going to learn a D chord, the simplest D chord you can play in the mandolin. So we're going to put our first finger on the 2nd fret of the G string. That's an A note. We're going to play D open, D string open, A string open, and we're going to play the 1st fret, 2nd fret of the E string with our 2nd finger. That's a D chord. I'm going to give you one more now. So you got plenty to practice, I'm telling you, between now and next time. Okay, I'm going to give you a C chord. Remember this G chord we played with this little shape where we... If you take that same shape and move it over, up 1 string. So now I'm playing open G, the 2nd fret on the D string, which is an E note, the 3rd fret of the A string, which is a C note. Give me a C note, by the way. And then the open E. That's C chord. Okay, that's a C chord. So practice those. Now I'm going to show you how you play it in the tune. She'll be coming round the mountain when she comes. This is G chord. She'll be coming round the mountain. Now play the D chord when she comes. She'll be coming round. Ready for C chord? She'll be coming round the mountain. She'll be coming round, back to G, round the mountain when she comes. Be very emotive too. I want a lot of feeling. She'll be coming round the mountain when she comes. She'll be coming round the mountain when she comes. She'll be coming round the mountain. She'll be coming round the mountain. She'll be coming round the mountain when she comes. Okay, how'd we do? I think we're almost finished here, folks. We have consumed all the possible time there is. Let me tell you what's coming up, though. Man, you got to know what's coming up. You do. You seriously get it. Oh, no, not the scissors. All right, so here's what's coming up. You know, on Tuesdays at 11 o'clock right here in the same YouTube channel, there's Fiddle for Duffers. Then you're at Mando for Duffers, or you wouldn't be seeing this advertisement. Tonight at 8 o'clock p.m. on this same YouTube channel, we have the Camp Possum Northern Sessions, where we play mostly upper Midwest Canadian Celtic stuff, but we take requests too. We play anything that anybody asks for. We try to, if we know it. All right, so then what's happening tomorrow? Tomorrow at 11 o'clock, the same time this started, is guitar backup for Duffers. I'm going to guide you through how to play backup guitar for fiddle tunes, okay? And this, again, it's like square one. You do need to know your basic cowboy chords, you know, but other than that, we're going to just start like you don't know anything. Then, what happens on Friday night? Wow, it's the Big Fiddle Show. It's episode number 66. I can't believe we've been doing it that long. The big tiki party every Friday night, right? And then one more thing. Oh, I didn't even put up. Camp Possum is on Saturday morning at 11 o'clock. I don't even have that on here. Man, we're doing so many things I can't keep track of them. So anyway, folks, thanks for joining me. You can message me get on our mailing list, send me a message to bigfiddleshow@gmail.com. Tell me if you like the program or not. I'll try to sell you something if you message me, just be warned. And so I think that's about it. All right, so as I like to say in the business,
bow to your partner.
We're clear.
And to your corner. Join your hands, circle to the left.